What's up, everybody? It's the Meaningful Nonsense Podcast, Week 2, Season 2, Episode 2. I guess with triple twos. But welcome back to the podcast for everyone who's listening today. I appreciate you coming by. This podcast is going to be about crashing out. Because I've been crashing out the last 2 weeks, I guess. I guess it's a contrast from my last podcast. I guess because it was kind of like the beginning of everything, but now I'm in the thick of everything. I'm kind of like crashing out in the moment. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that, a couple other things, and then we're gonna talk about something lighter, a lot lighter than that. But because this is a kind of like a personal journal type podcast deal. Well, I'll eventually have people on here too, but it's a personal journal type thing. That's what I'm starting off with. So stay tuned. I'll be back in a second. I'm gonna jump it top. Alright, so the first thing I wanted to talk about is I've kind of been lying. And excuse my voice, I'm a lot of bit, not even a little bit, but I'm a lot of bit under the weather. I kind of lied in my last podcast because I was saying I was moping around because I was kind of sick with my feelings and thinking about them. But really, right now, I've been crashing out. And I think a lot of people kind of can relate because of how the world is going. Right now, you got all these different things that's going on. People can't feed themselves. There are people that live in check to check, and there's people that ain't living check to check. There's some people that don't know if they're gonna get to work in the morning. There's people that don't even know if they gonna be able to find work. So there's a lot of people who are in a bunch of different things. Mine is more a bunch of other things put into one, and I just been kind of like crashing. I've been reckless. I've been very reckless. And it's part of the reason why. One, I'm yawning a lot more because I've not had any real good sleep, and then two, I've been kind of self-destructing, drinking, staying out late, doing things I said I wasn't gonna be doing no more, and yeah, that stuff. I don't know, man. I've let things kind of get to me, and things that I said I wasn't gonna let get to me before. But you learn. You if you're aware that the things that I'm doing currently wrong, and the things that I'm doing that is currently making me crash out. Like, for example, if I was talking to I think like 3 females at the time, and man, I got drunk, fucking butt called all of them. They could hear me like drunk talking, so none of them are really talking to me no more, which is fine. I don't give a fuck. Running around here, just I don't know, being a hoe. Even though I kind of said I was gonna do that because the last situation didn't work out. So I'm out here just crashing out big time, and I have to like take a step back, and be like, oh, nah, Nelly, you regressing, and you gotta look at yourself before you do all this work, and then having to start back at level 1 or stage 1, because like before all this I had slowed down on drinking. I started to put some stuff together where I wanted to had some things laid out, but shit don't always go as the plan. So when them things started falling out one by one, man, I was just like, man, fuck it. All right, I done held it together this long. I could crash out right now. and I've been doing that, like drinking. Like, man, this is. Let me show y'all. So, this was one night. This is me. One night, I was crashing out. I was just drinking. I think I had that and like 3 buzz balls. I had 3 buzz balls and then like was taking shots the whole night with the homie and shit like that. So yeah, there was that. Then shoot, I go out. Fucking first of all, like what was it? Last Friday, I don't think I got this. I didn't get to sleep until like 7 o'clock the following morning. I was like, I was gonna do a podcast. I did like a bunch, but I didn't feel the topic, so I just kind of deleted it all. But then after that, I kind of one of the homies came over, and they started the ball rolling because I started drinking. Then the other homeboy came over later, kept drinking and stuff like that. And before you know, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, crashing out, talking about shit. Probably some of the shit I probably shouldn't even been talking about, but talking about that shit, crashing out more, go to sleep, fucking in bed all Saturday. All Saturday I'm in bed. I don't even think I ate that day. So, fucking, I go to sleep, wake up the next morning. One of the homeboys hit me up by going to my little bar, Limelight, downtown Sacramento. Go watch the Eagles play. And I muster up the energy to go do that. But still, I'm crashing out because I'm drinking. I'm drinking a lot. I think I started drinking when I got there like 12 o'clock. I just stopped drinking until shit that night. We got me food. Came home, ate part of it, went to sleep, slept till like freaking, I don't know, 8 o'clock in the morning, 12. No, I slept later than that. It was like 1 something. I got finally started to get up and move around. So it's like, what, shoot, 12 o'clock. Get up. I actually start being a little productive, but now I'm sick. Like, I'm feeling it. I knew damn well I shouldn't have been doing what I was doing this weekend. So I'm all druggy and stuff like that. But what also happened is I kind of had to take a look at myself, do all that. Like, damn, bro, you crashing out. Bro, you doing all kind of wild stuff. And it's like regressing. I'm regressing because all the stuff, work I done put in to get to this point. But without all that work, I wouldn't have been able to look at and reflect and take accountability that I've been fucking up. You know, I had to just be honest, vulnerable, and reflect and be reflective. And I did, shoot, I did all those things. I like sat with myself for like 3 hours just chilling. Like, bro, what am I doing? I got stuff I need to do. I'm starting a business. I got other stuff I'm trying to accomplish. I'm like fucking myself up because I'm out here just crashing out big time. So, like, biggest thing I realize is that it's okay to acknowledge that I'm struggling, and it's not failure. At the same time, you know, it's a moment where I need to, you know, check in with myself, and I did that for like 3 hours. I checked in with myself. I really just kind of like sat there and was like, bro, what is you doing? And you know, like, it helped me a lot because now I'm looking at things and I'm like, fuck, man, I gotta get back on the no more drinking or not drinking as much. I gotta go a month again without drinking. I gotta do that first before I can go to gradually drinking, or maybe not even. Oh, I'm so sorry, y'all. This is just a true personal, you know, personal journal podcast because I'm struggling with my energy right now. I'm struggling with all the shit I got kind of going on, and I'm gonna get through it. It's nothing. I've been through worse, but I'm struggling with all that stuff. I'm yawning in the middle of a podcast. I'm sick. My back hurt, but I ain't about to sit here and complain. But you know, uh, you know, the thing I wanted to say is when you are in those periods where you're crashing out and stuff, You just gotta take a moment to kind of take a step back and look at, damn, I'm crashing out. I need to fix that. And the best way to do that is to, take some time to yourself, and you know, sometimes it's hard to take that step and look at yourself and, and things of that nature. But you know, if you can, how would I say, if you can recognize that you're, regressing in some of the things that you have built upon, and and in that moment is most important that it's happening in that moment, because if it's happening after, I don't think you really appreciate the fact that you are reflecting on everything right then and there. But if you can be in that moment, take a look at yourself and be like, damn, I'm crashing out. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I need to get back on my hustle. If you can do that, then you'll more appreciate that time when it happened, and I believe that you'll snap yourself back into, you know, that moment, that moment of progression and not the regression point. But you'll just pop yourself back into that moment. You put yourself back on track and things of that nature, and not really, not really, how would I say? I'm trying to think of the words to say about that. Like, not really, not wait till after where you're just kind of like reflecting on everything, and you keep telling yourself you're gonna make these changes and stuff like that. You're gonna get back on track, but you're not in that moment, so there's nothing that's actually happening to make you kind of that motivates you to kind of pop back on track. So you kind of have to do it right there in the moment if you can recognize that. For certain people, they may be able to do it outside the situation. For me, it's important to be in the situation and to recognize it at that time. Hey, I am not doing what I'm supposed to. I'm sleeping through alarms, eating out every night, looking at TV screens, watching TV or scrolling through TikTok and stuff like that. I need to just kind of sit there and make it kind of like a self reflection, spiritual thing in that moment to put myself back on track and then get back to moving in the direction I've been moving, and it's progression because I was sleeping good, I wasn't drinking as much, I had a better outlook on things and not so grim. But yeah, man, it's kind of what I wanted to say about that part. You know, one of the other things I wanted to touch on too is like, you know, sometimes I wanted to kind of like that kind of crept up in me that I was kind of like dealing with, and this also just because I noticed this in the moment is that one of the other reasons that I started to crash out, because I think I've said before in my podcast, man, I struggle with loneliness. It's always been it's always about being that, not not necessarily physically alone, but just like not having like that social circle that I could always kind of like, whenever I'm wanting to be um want to be out and doing something, it's like just having that lack of people that I can talk to, or that lack of connection, especially when I'm caught up in my head about all the things that I'm dealing with, and then there's really no outlet to kind of move that energy into something else. And I know I need to break the cycle and and all those things, but I need to find a way to build some type of social circle so I won't have these um, fits of loneliness and stuff like that. One of the things that I'm gonna work over in the next few months is I hit my homeboy up about one of the things. I've been watching these. I don't know. It's not CrossFit, but there's some other little um, thing I was taking a gander at. But I'm gonna ask my homeboy about it, and I'm gonna see if he want to do it, and then I more talk about that more once I get his answer on that one. But as far as one of the other things I wanted to do is for a little bit I was working on starting a run club because I wanted to start running. I've done a little bit here and there, but just staying consistent and everything. I wanted to kind of create this social circle building activity, and that was just starting a run club because run clubs are kind of the things right now. So I kind of want to jump into start doing that stuff. You know, you know, and it's one of my interests. I wanted to one get back in shape. Two, I wanted to get my stamina up and get my cardio together because I haven't been like feeling, um, you know, all that good winded lately because I'm gaining some weight. I need to lose this, man. Although I don't do bad in the dating world. I can't even say the dating world because I ain't even really out here dating right now. Not even dating. I'm just kind of like fucking around, I guess you could say. So, although I don't do bad, I don't feel as confident as I used to be because of how much weight I've gained and stuff like that, which is totally fine. I'm gonna get the weight back down and stuff like that, but I wanted to find two activities to kind of pour some energy into. To one, build a social circle, and then the two kind of have its other benefits of being just also contributing to better mental health and better physical health at the same time. Two birds, one stone type deal. So I'm gonna start doing like this run club thing that I want to do, which I actually kind of made the logo and stuff up for it and everything. I just need to organize it, maybe put a little bit of money behind it, kind of promote and see how many people want to do something about it. Um, as I go podcast, I would probably talk more about how I'm gonna set that up. Give me like 2 episodes. What else? Sorry, I kind of I'm on blue chunks. I'm telling you guys, I'm not feeling the greatest. Oh shit. Um, but I wanted to build this this cycle of like social opportunity and um, just I don't know, just a different place to put the energy instead of sitting around feeling lonely. I can actually go and put something out, the energy somewhere else. That way, I don't really have to. I don't have that on me. I can, you know, socially. I don't know. I gotta think on that one more. But it's more putting the energy somewhere else, but turning it into a positive energy instead of something um, so negative. So I might even do things like not just the one thing I need to talk to my homeboy about, see if he interested, but in the running club, I might even do something like I'm really into doing stuff with my hands. So like I might do some pottery classes. I might join a book club. I might find a local hiking group or whatever. I'm gonna figure out something to put the take the pressure off and you know find common interests with people and try to build that social circle within those activities that I'm trying to do. So I really want to challenge myself and you know do things that make me more active and not so much of just sitting around sitting in feelings and stuff like that, because I feel the feelings and I'm getting better at managing them, but I just need to have that. I've been in California since 2013, and I really haven't built that like social circle type thing. You know, finding local groups or classes and stuff like that, or anything just to um, you know grow that part of me. So I need that's probably something I need to work on and everything. You know, although I do have people that I have um, met and became friends with as far as in one group of my life, and that is actually that is a great transition to my next topic. Um, I've grown to know people and become a part of a group of Philadelphia Eagles fans here located in Sacramento. You know what I mean? Uh, one of those days while I was crashing out, I was out. Actually, two of the days because I went to watch the Eagles play Detroit Lions. I watched that game at this bar, and then I watched the Dallas Cowboy game at that bar too. And you know, speaking about my Philadelphia Eagles, I am extremely tired of them putting the blame on my quarterback Jalen Hurts. Like it's only the media, and then it's like I think a lot of fair weather fans that talk about Jalen Hurts and say that Jalen Hurts is the problem, the reason why we're not as our offense isn't. I think it boils down to our offensive line and Kevin Patullo. I think Kevin Patullo has made us one dimensional, and we're not as multi-dimensional, and they were very predictive and everything. And then I don't think that the offensive line they're very spotty. They can do some pass protection, but then they're very inconsistent with that. And then their run blocking schemes are fucking atrocious because you don't go from being like a 2,000 yard rusher with that Saquon was to being like, dude, this dude's averaging what 3.4 carries yards per carry and stuff like that. Although, but the crazy thing is that Tank Bisbee is out here getting yards and stuff like that. So we got to figure that out. This is a very inconsistent team. We freaking lost to the Dallas Cowboys after being up 21-0. You know, and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. We're a super inconsistent team. I don't know what's going on with the team. I only hope for the best for the team. You know what I mean? I'm always gonna ride out for my Eagles, no matter what. I'm not gonna blame Jalen Hurts for what's going on. I feel like AJ Brown has been doing a lot of yapping, but he's a receiver, so you kind of get used to it. I think we played a good game Sunday, but it wasn't a great game. I think the defense should have held up one. I think we should have not take our feet off the gas when we was up 21-0 because I think that's what happened. We get up and then we want to take our feet off the gas, and we gotten real comfortable doing that. But I think that we need to just keep our foot on people's neck at all time. Like that is super important, is to keep our foot on their neck. Just keep it up throughout the game, and you don't have that problem. I'm glad AJ Brown got his targets on Sunday, and who else got their targets? Devontae Smith, he got his targets. He did pretty good, but I think we need to keep our foot on their necks when it comes to playing people and not really, slacking off. I guess during the football season, I keep the football as a topic towards the end of the podcast and everything because I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan, and it is currently football season. I wanted to start like a streaming thing called bird watching, so we're gonna see what I do with that. But that's what I wanted to talk about as far as the football thing. If anybody who is watching this is also a Philadelphia Eagle fan or whatever fan you are, I'm gonna put some stuff because I got a Discord all set up so everybody can come and talk. If there's some topics you want me to hit on, or if you want to ask me some questions about things, you're more than welcome. I'm gonna have the TikTok. I'm not the TikTok. Well, I'm gonna have a TikTok set up, but I'm also gonna have the Discord set up and everything, so we can more get down to talk about so we can more talk about the team or you guys' team and stuff like that. And yeah, man. I guess you know I'm kind of getting to the nitty gritty of what this podcast is going to be, and it's going to be like a personal journal type thing, and it's going to more be focused on me and me kind of going through life, dealing with things when I'm at my lows and dealing with things when I'm at my highs, but trying to have more highs than I am having lows. That's kind of hard when I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan because we can be up and down all the time. But life is always up and down, and I do believe that God ain't gonna put you in nothing that you can't handle, and you should be able to go out the things that He put in front of you. You can handle. It's just a matter of time and persevering and sticking through it. I do believe that. What else? What else I want to say? What else do I want to say? What else? I had some things I wanted to talk about, but what I wanted to do. Oh, I guess I go start with, thanks for listening. This has been I am very tongue twisted today, but thanks for listening. Hit that like button at the bottom, or read or share the podcast, or do what you gotta do. Help me get the podcast out there. I'm new to this. Eventually, I'm gonna get better and better and better, and I'm be able to not be stumbling through stuff. And especially doing these podcasts while I'm sick is not the greatest of things, but I'm doing it. I need to stay consistent. I should have had one up last week, but I was in the crash out moment, so that did not happen. But I'm planning on trying to be more consistent these days. Maybe I drop one this Saturday. Well, I do one Saturday and have it out Monday. So I'm gonna do this one today. I'm gonna try to have this one out Sunday, or I'm gonna try to have this one out Friday. So hopefully you guys are watching this on Friday, and then I'm gonna do one Saturday and have that one out on Monday, and try to have that be my routine. Shoot on Friday, Saturday, and then post on Monday. So we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get it. I hope that you guys had a good time listening to me yat, chit chat, all that stuff. And this has been the Meaningful Nonsense Podcast. I'm your host, Kadarius. Love, peace, and hair grease. And I hope when I come back, I don't sound like a stuffed up pig or something like that, because right now I sound horrible. So you guys have a good Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving for y'all. Hope you had a good one. I'm going to get this up Friday, even though we have a game on Friday, but I'm watching the game at home. I'm not going to be out. So I'll sit home, watch the game, edit, and have this out there for you guys. But yeah, this has been the Meaningful Nonsense Podcast. I'm your host, Kadarius. You guys have a good Thanksgiving week, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.